Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this really easy ribbed infinity scarf. So I kind of did make up my own ribbed pattern for this, so I hope you guys enjoy. It's a really nice thing to make for the winter time or as a holiday gift for someone else. So yeah, I hope you guys like this tutorial and let's go ahead and get started. So for this project, I am taking this Wool Ease Lines brand yarn. So it is a bulky weight 6 yarn. So this is 106 yards. I did use 2 full rolls of this yarn to complete this project. And I am using a 6.5 millimeter hook. All I'm going to do is make a slip knot. And then I am going to chain. So I have seen some tutorials for infinity scarves where they do the length of the scarf first and then their rows are the width. I am just going to be chaining the width and then be crocheting the length of it. My initial chain is going to be however thick you want your scarf to be. So I am going to place a total of 21 chains. And if you're brand new to crocheting, to make a chain, all you're doing is pulling yarn over with your hook and pull it through your little chain that you've created. So that counts as one chain. So I am going to be doing 21 chains long, and this is going to be the width of my scarf. So I do want my scarf to be a little bit on the thick side. So I'm going to skip the very first chain that I'm currently in, skip the very next chain, and I'm going to be wrapping the yarn around the hook and going through to the third chain. So you're in this chain, you're skipping the first chain, you're going into the next chain. Placing your hook through, yarning over, pulling yarn through that chain. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook left, yarn over, pull through 2 of them, then yarn over again and pull through the last 2. So that is a double crochet. So then you're going to be going through every single chain, placing 1 double crochet. So once you have 1 double crochet in every chain in the first row, then I'm going to chain 1, flip over my work, and then go into the very first chain. So the first chain 1 is my turning chain, and now I'm going to go through the very first chain, just place my hook straight through, yarn over, pull yarn through, yarn over, go through the last 2 loops on my hook. So I'm placing a single crochet and then I'm wrapping the yarn around the hook, going through the same exact first chain, placing again a double crochet. So there's a single crochet and a double crochet in the very first chain. So now I am going to skip a chain and then repeat this pattern in the third chain. So I'm skipping over the next chain, and in the third chain I'm just going straight through, placing a single crochet, and then putting yarn on my hook, going again into the same exact chain, placing a double crochet. So you're going to repeat that for this row. So again, skip a chain, go straight in with a single crochet, then a double crochet. So I'm just going to repeat that pattern for the remainder of this row. The very last chain in row 2 has a single crochet and a double crochet. So I did have an odd number of chains, so it did work out evenly. So if you are making a different number width of chains to begin your scarf, then just make sure that it is a odd number. So now I'm just going to chain 1, flip over my work, and then for round 3 you are skipping the very first chain. So the chain I'm in is my chain 1 that I am using to turn my work. This is the first chain of the row. I'm skipping this and I'm going into the second chain. And another way you can see it is this is the grouping beneath. So this is the grouping of the single crochet and double crochet in the row beneath it, and I'm going in between those. So you could either look at it as you're skipping a chain or you're just going in between those groupings. So I'm going straight into that chain, placing a single crochet and a double crochet. So I'm repeating that process for row 3. So I'm just going to go ahead. So again, I'm going to be skipping this chain, going into the second chain with a single crochet and then a double crochet. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this row. Once you are done with round 3, then I'm just going to chain 1, flip over my work, and for round 4 we are going to be doing a row of half double crochets. So you're going to be going through every single chain in row 4. So I'm just going to wrap yarn around my hook and then go through the very first chain, yarn over, pull through. I'll have 3 loops left on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. That is a half double crochet. So row 4 is going to just be 1 half double crochet in every single chain. So once I'm finished with round 4, I will have placed 1 half double crochet in every chain of that round. Now for round 5, I'm going to chain 2, turn my work over, and then I'm going to be placing a double crochet in every single chain of this row. So I'm going to yarn over and then just go through the very first chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So again, I'm going to be doing 1 double crochet in every chain of this round. So once I am done with row 5, then I am, for the remainder of my infinity scarf, I'm going to be repeating rows 1 through 5. So you ended with a row of double crochets, then you're going to begin the next sequence. So the very next row will be a row of double crochets, and then the next 2 rows will be the rows where you skip every other chain. Then you're going to do a row of half double crochets and then a row again of double crochets. So that's going to be my pattern for my infinity scarf. I do want it to have a nice texture to it, so that is the pattern that I came up with for this scarf. So I'm not going to go through all of it. To begin on my 6th row, which will repeat row 1, I'm just going to chain 2, flip over my work, and then place a row of double crochets. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that sequence, rows 1 through 5, over and over again until I get the length that I want. So So this is what I have so far after I finished my first roll of yarn. So that is 106, I think it was, yards long. I'm just gonna attach my second stein of yarn here, and then I'm probably gonna crochet most of that too. So it depends how long you want your scarf to be, but I'm gonna make mine relatively short. So now this is what you should have once you are finished with the length that you want for your scarf, and as you can see, some of my edges are a little uneven, which is totally okay. So I'm just continuing my same thread. I'm not cutting and tying, and I'm gonna start crocheting along the sides of my scarf. I'm just going to be placing my hook through random chains along the edge, and I'm placing single crochets. So I'm just gonna make the edges of my scarf nice and uniform, and I'm just gonna go along the entire length of the scarf and place a single crochet in every chain. Really, any random chain is fine because there's not definitive chains along the side. So as you can see, I'm just picking random chains. So now that I've reached the end of the first side, you could cut and tie it, but I am just going to continue crocheting along the other side of the scarf. So I'm just chaining one and placing an additional single crochet in the same chain to kind of make the turn. And then I'm just going to be placing my hook through, again, random chains because you are chaining along the back side of the row. So I'm just going to chain down until I reach the other side of the scarf. Then I'm going to single crochet my way back up and placing edging along the other side. So this part is kind of self-explanatory, so I am just going to skip through it, but I am continuing the same thing that I was doing, placing a single crochet and random chains. So now I have finished crocheting the other half of the scarf, so I made my way back up, and now I am just going to again continue that same thread. I'm not cutting and tying. I aligned the two edges of the scarf, and now I'm going to attach them together. So I'm placing my hook through both chains on each half of the scarf, and I'm just placing single crochets in every single chain to connect them together. So then once I'm finished connecting the two sides of the scarf together, I am just cutting the excess yarn off with my scissors, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through the last chain, then pull it tightly, and then I'm going to weave that in. So you are completely finished with this tutorial. I am just going to flip it inside out so that the seam that I connected them together is on the inside of the scarf. This is what you should have once you are completely finished with your infinity scarf. Again, you can make it as long, as wide as you need it to. This is just the pattern I use to get the nice design in my scarf. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this tutorial. It was really easy and it makes for a really nice Christmas present. I want to try and do more like winter accessories that you can make for gifts for people. But so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.